I came up with this video idea by remembering talking to a friend about a game called Jetpack Joyride. The jetpack used in the game is a set of two miniguns, and I thought at first that looks awesome. But then I wondered, would this be possible in real life? Let's find out. So first a disclaimer. I did not enjoy doing research with this video. There are barely any credible sources that tell you exactly what the recoil of an M134 Falcon minigun is in Newton. But I found a guy in Quora who calculated it himself. So, here we go. Alright, most miniguns are mounted because of their high instability, uncontrollability, and heaviness. For example, an accident in America resulted in a minigun loosening from its mount while firing. The lady who fired the gun luckily made it so that no one got hurt, but because the minigun was weighted down on one side, it fell and crushed her head. But there are some miniguns who don't have to be mounted. Introducing the M134 Falcon. This minigun weighs a whopping 39 kilograms and can have a shooting rate of up to 6,000 rounds per minute. But how much force is that exactly? Well, as I said in the beginning of the video, it was hard to find credible sources stating the exact recoil force in Newton. But I found a guy in Quorum that calculated it himself at 650 newtons of force. Transforming that into force in kilograms, by dividing about force of gravity, 9.88 newtons, that would be about 66 kilograms of force. If that sounds a lot like a lot, it is. Here's a video of a guy shooting the minigun for about less than a second, and you can see how far he's already getting pushed. But we are not there yet. In Jetpack Joyride, the minigun jetpack has two miniguns, so you have to multiply the force by 2 and the weight by 2, making the force 1300 newtons or roughly 131 kilograms of force and the weight 78 kilograms. In rocketry, there's a term called thrust-to-mass ratio. This is calculated by dividing the mass of an object by its force in kilograms. If the answer is higher than 1, it means that flight is possible. If not, then it's too weak. So dividing 131 kilograms of force by the weight of 78, you get a thrust-to-weight ratio of 1.679487 which is good enough for flight with a jetpack alone, but with a human, it's different. Jetpack could carry a human of about 50 kilograms for a short amount of time, meaning that a minigun jetpack is possible. But I know what we're all thinking. Will this work in the vacuum of space? The answer is yes. You see, guns work in space and bullets have their own propellant and oxidizer. A gun activates the propellant by hitting the back of the bullet with a pip. This causes the propeller to explode and shoot out the tip of the bullet, which shoots out, meaning that you can use this in space. But, of course, with every dream comes the bad part. The minigun jetpack shown in the game Jetpack Joyride looks like this. Its center of thrust is all the way in the back. For example, here's a real jetpack being flown. As you can see, the engines are more in the middle of the jetpack, not facing all the way back. To test the results, I will be using the space shuttle as an example. To do this, I will use a game called Kerbal Space Program. Here, I have booted up the game Kerbal Space Program, and as you can see, there are 3 dots on my space shuttle. The space shuttle can be used to lift payload asymmetrically by having the boosters lay more in the middle of the orange tank so that there will be more weight on the opposite side of the space shuttle, and having the shuttle's engines fired to move it back a little. You can see this by these dots. The yellow ball represents the center of mass, the purple ball represents the center of thrust, and the light blue ball represents the center of lift. We will only be using the purple and yellow ball for this one. So, you want the center of thrust to be below the center of mass and in the center of it. The space shuttle has this. Now, let's do it like Jetpack Joyride. The boosters will go all the way to the back. and the space shuttle engines will be turned off, having only the weight to support it. Let's fly this thing. In 3, 2, 1, go. As you can see, the rocket turns immediately and goes for a nosedive, meaning that it will kill you. Also, the power of the minigun would break your back, not to mention the weight of 78 kilograms. Also, miniguns are highly uncontrollable, so you couldn't sustain a stable flight. So, that's the science behind the minigun jetpack. Hope you enjoyed.